2010 relative velocity question. A motorcyclist traveling along a straight road from south to north. Let's do a diagram. Here he is, south to north. We call them A and B. He travels at a constant speed of 12.5, so he's going south to north. So the velocity of the motorcyclist is positive J, so 0 in the I direction, plus 12.5 in the J direction. And then what's the wind relative to the man? From the direction north 45 degrees east. So north 45 degrees east from the northeast is down in this direction. And this is my X and Y axis, or my I and J. It's going into negative territory, and X is equal to X or Y is equal to Y. The X and Y coordinates are the same when they're off 45. So we can say that the velocity of the wind relative to the man is equal to minus X in the I direction, minus X in the J direction. And the velocity of the wind relative to the man is equal to the velocity of the wind minus the velocity of the man, or the motorcyclist. It could be a woman. So the velocity of the wind is equal to the velocity of the wind relative to the man plus the velocity of the man. Now, I know you guys all know that anyway, but just write it out and take your time. So we can say the velocity of the wind in this first case is going to be equal to this guy plus this guy. So we're going to have minus X in the I direction, and we're going to have minus X plus 12.5 in the J direction. Okay, that's scenario 1. Scenario 2. It is a she. When she returns along the same road at the same constant speed, the wind appears to come from a direction south 45 degrees east. So coming from the southeast, we'll be coming up in this direction, coming from Wexford up towards Donegal, and we're going into negative positive territory. So you can say we have a minus X in the I direction, and we would then have a plus X in the J direction. They're all 45 again, so we can say the X's, we can use the same constant. So what do we have here? We have the velocity of the motorcyclist is going to be downwards this time, same speed, so 0 in the I direction, minus 12.5 in the J direction. The velocity of the wind relative to the motorcyclist, we said it was going to be minus X in the I direction, plus X in the J direction. And the velocity of wind, therefore, is these two added together, as we've seen before. We don't need to write it out twice. So minus X in the I direction, plus X plus 12.5 in the J direction. And we now have two values for the velocity of the wind, so we can equate them. The I's are the same. So we have to say that minus X plus 12.5 would have to be equal to, I left the bracket in the wrong place there, would have to be equal to X plus 12.5. So you can see that 2X, no, I just put the plus in instead of minus. Like I said, minus is minus, so we're going to get 2X is equal to 25. So X is equal to 12.5. So the velocity of the wind then, velocity of the wind is going to be equal to minus 12.5 in the I direction, and then plus 12.5 minus 12.5, 0 in the J direction. So the magnitude of the velocity of the wind is going to be 12.5. And we're dealing in meters per second. Are we dealing in meters per second? Yep, meters per second. ms to the minus 1. And then this direction, minus 12.5 in the I direction, minus I direction. The direction would be due west.